Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm the Maize Madman. Before we get started, hit the like and subscribe button and that notification bell so you're aware every time I upload a video. In today's video, we'll be discussing, of course, the bad news Michigan received on Sunday, but also some good news Michigan received earlier today, and updates on the #1 quarterback in the country and the #1 recruit in the country, all that. And of course, I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro, man. And I'ma tell them where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. I'm going to tell them why I'm mad. I'm mad because Michigan missed again on a top-level cornerback in the 2024 class. This time, Aaron Scott, the 4-star corner out of Springfield, Ohio, was deciding between 3 schools, Oregon, Michigan, and the other state. Apparently, it really just came down to 2 schools, the other state and Michigan. He obviously chose the guys in Columbus. But I'm upset because of this video. Just look at had my hopes up. It was right here that I yelled out because I just knew he was going to Michigan. And then he pulls this vile, disgusting jersey out of the Michigan bag, which is blasphemous. All right. I'm sure it's against all the religious codes, all the football codes. You do not pull a Buckeye jersey out of a Michigan bag on the day that you're committing. He got us. He had me. I'm not going to speak for all the Michigan fans. He had me right in the palm of his hands. I was hanging on to every word. It was like I was a wide-eyed, moon-eyed girl, and Casanova was whispering sweet nothings in my ear, and then he did that. I'm disgusted, but it's all good. Michigan currently is the crystal ball favorite for 2 cornerbacks right now, 3-star cornerbacks. However, they do need to get some commitments at the position. I understand it. They missed on Bryce West. We missed on Aaron Scott, both of whom are from the state of Ohio. Michigan had a good run in the state of Ohio in the 2024 class, obviously picking up some big-name recruits, including Jordan Marshall, but swinging and missing on both of the corners at the top of their board really sucks, but this too shall pass. Moving on. Fortunately for the Wolverines, all news coming out of Ann Arbor isn't bad news. In fact, some of it is quite appealing, including the commitment of 4-star defensive lineman Bobby Conca. Conca, a 6'5", 260-pound defensive lineman out of Howell in Michigan, plays a little defensive end and tight end for his high school. However, it is believed Michigan is recruiting him more so as a down defensive lineman. Great news for the Wolverines in the 2025 class, adding to their 2025 class the 3rd commitment in 2025, along with Chris Ewell, the 4-star corner out of Florida, and Mantrez Walker, the 4-star linebacker out of Beaufort, Georgia. Which brings me to another story. Mantrez Walker, the 4-star linebacker out of Beaufort, Georgia, has, according to his Twitter account, not 100% locked down his recruitment, saying he is still open. He is not decommitted from the Wolverines. However, he is taking and listening to all offers, which isn't the most encouraging news if you are a fan of the Wolverines or part of the coaching staff or part of that class even. That is not the most encouraging news. However, once Bobby Conca did commit, Mantrez Harrell was one of the first people to welcome him to Michigan as part of the 2025 class. I'll keep you updated on that as more information becomes available. Moving on. Speaking of the 2025 class, cornerback in the 2025 class, cornerback commit, Chris Jewell was on hand this weekend for the barbecue at the Big House. You can see here taking pictures with the GOAT, Charles Woodson, who was also on hand for the barbecue at the Big House. Chris Jewell was accompanied by his high school teammate in the 2024 class, safety in the 4-star safety in the 2024 class, Zaquan Patterson, who was on hand and had positive things to say about his visit to Michigan. He was accompanied by his mother, which is a great sign. Obviously, Michigan is in a recruiting battle with the University of Miami for his services. So we'll see how that goes and how far this visit went in swaying his decision towards the Wolverines. That being said, Michigan had a couple 5 stars on tap. Actually, they had several 5 stars, but the two we're going to talk about today, Mr. David Sanders, the number 1 recruit in the entire nation in 2025, offensive tackle for Providence Day School in Charlotte, North Carolina. Actually, Michigan was the first school to offer Mr. Sanders. However, this was his first visit to Ann Arbor. So making some inroads there, obviously very, very big deal. Michigan has 2 of his current high school teammates committed verbally in Jordan. Not Jordan Ship, who went to North Carolina, actually, but in Channing Goodwin and, of course, quarterback Jaden Davis, both of whom are verbal commits to the Wolverines in the 2024 class, and having Sanders on tap for the visit is a big deal. He's obviously the guy that protects Davis's backside, but could be potentially protecting Davis and or Mr. Bryce Underwood, who was also able to make it on Sunday for the barbecue at the Big House. Bryce Underwood now has visited upwards of 5 times Ann Arbor. Obviously, he is not too far in Belleville away from Ann Arbor, so making the trips isn't a thing for him. But not just Sunday, he had a return visit the following day with his mother in tow. I'm told they were able to look at some Empower information in terms of what that NIL would look like if Underwood decides to go to Michigan, which is a big deal. I'm not hearing too much that is going to be the deciding factor, but obviously he is going to be a massive name. Michigan is in a recruiting battle for Underwood with a bunch of SEC schools, a couple of them LSU and Alabama, so it's a big deal. The other state is also in there somewhere. You got to throw them in there. That being said, Michigan made some promises to Underwood, including that they would not take a commitment from a quarterback in the 25 class before he made his decision in January. He is scheduled to make his college decision January 6th, which is a personal and important date to him. I believe it involves his grandmother in some way. So not before January will Michigan even take a quarterback in the 2025 class. Let me know in the comments what you think about that below. Actually, this is something that Michigan has kind of been burned for in the past, obviously, with not taking available quarterbacks or not recruiting even some available quarterbacks, putting all their eggs in one basket. In this case, this sounds a little different. They're not saying, hey, we're not going to take any quarterbacks and other than you if it happens to be you on January 6th in 2025, but we won't take any before you decide. So I don't know. I'm maybe reading between the lines there. They're saying you are the quarterback and the only quarterback for us in 2025 if you decide to come to Ann Arbor. I know Ryan Montgomery was on campus this weekend, as well as Akili Smith Jr., who actually committed to Oregon yesterday. So Akili Smith Jr. maybe got that word, right? That Michigan wouldn't be taking another quarterback and decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and commit to Oregon. So we'll see how it all plays out. Let me know in the comment section what you think of that. Obviously, let me know in the comment section what you think of 2025 linebacker commit Montrezl Harrell saying that his commitment is not, or that his recruitment rather is not 100% shut down, and that he is open and taking and listening to offers. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Before I get out of here, I got to remind y'all, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Tune in tomorrow live at 6 p.m. for the Maize and Blue and Gold show with my guy, Ryan Fravel, and myself. We will be discussing a lot of the goings on, including recent commitments for the Wolverines and those fighting redheads from South Bend. That being said, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down, son. I just don't get that, all that Mace and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
And how the